Amid the tariff as well as the H1B visa row with the United States, the External Affairs Minister has batted for global workforce. In fact, S. Jaishankar has gone on to say that the world cannot escape the reality and the changing world requires global workforce. So large countries will build bigger capacity, saying the global workforce must adapt to change and trade must overcome tariff and non-tariff barriers as well. So Rishabh, again, another significant statement from Dr. S. Jaishankar. He has spoken about global workforce. This comes amid the United States, the flip-flops and the talks amid the tariffs, as well as, of course, the H1B visas as well. A lot of uncertainty around it. S. Jaishankar saying that global workforce is a reality.
Well, you see, global workforce is reality is what India has been talking about. India has been giving this whole message of Vasudev Kutumbakam and also saying that, this whole trade barriers or weaponizing tariff is something that should not be acceptable. And the world should come together to overcome these trade barriers. And only after that, the global good will take place. In a way, very clear message to Washington as well that while we are negotiating on the trade deal on the, the BTA, but you need to understand that weaponization of tariff is something that is not acceptable.
Okay, weaponization of tariff not acceptable. In fact, S. Jaishankar going on to say that there should be a global workforce. This is important. In fact, Dr. S. Jaishankar has also urged the creation of a global workforce, warning national demographics can't meet the labor needs. So very clearly a message to the United States as well, where there is a talk in the domestic politics of United States as well to ensure that the American workforce is skilled, the American workforce is employed by these companies. But, the strength of the world for the development of the world, it doesn't really work like that. It may not be practical. That may be the larger messaging that may be coming out from S. Jaishankar. Rishabh, this comes also amid a lot of concerns among the workforce, especially the Indian community in the United States, those who wanted to leave from India to the United States as well, isn't it? Because there have been a lot of questions around the US's new policies on H1B visas.
Well, definitely. See, H1B was definitely a ticket to the United States for the great American dream that generations of Indians have lived and have fulfilled as well. And with this whole new rules and regulations and, doing away with the lottery system and putting more, focus on the wage weightage of H1B visa, in a way is hampering, and this might give an edge to experienced professionals from countries like India, but it is something where the freshers and youngsters are at the receiving end and their opportunities have been curtailed, and that is something that External Affairs Minister is also very categorically pointing out that while we do understand that the local workforce should be given space, but the way H1B visas have suddenly been modified is something that is not even good for United States.
And, Rishabh, also pointing out that this is for the good of every country, not just one particular country. It helps the world. It helps the economies across the world. Do stay with us just a moment. We have Mr. K.P. Fabian also on the broadcast with us. A very good morning to you. How do you look at this statement that has come in from Dr. S. Jaishankar, going on to say that global workforce is a reality, so urging for the creation of a global workforce, warning that national demographics can't meet the labor needs? Is that a reality check for countries that this is the need of the hour?
Absolutely. External Affairs Minister is absolutely right. There are differences in demographic growth between different countries, and there are also deficits in skills in some countries and excesses of skills in other countries. So there is need for global movement of skilled and unskilled workers, and this has been happening. And now President Trump wants to reverse this trend, and he wants to move in an autarkic direction. That is, my country is an island, and nobody else should come in here unless, that sort of thing. That is absolutely the wrong approach, and India, through External Affairs Minister, has pointed out the fallacy of the autarkic approach of President Trump without correctly, diplomatically, not mentioning it by name.